So first of all, let's go over to Canva, and Canva is really incredible. So basically you can type in notebook, that's what we're going to be creating today. We're going to just do the notebook cover, and it's going to bring up so many different options. And then basically we can personalize these. So here we can see you can actually do a lot of these ones for free. So the ones with the crowns, you do need the Pro version. Pro does give you a lot more options, but you can do great things with the free ones as well. So let me just take a look through. Let me see if I can see anything that I particularly like. So I'm just basically taking a scroll through just to see if there's anything here that will catch my eye. Oh, okay, so I really like this one just here. But I can definitely do a bit of editing. So as you can see, this is actually a Canva free notebook, and here it gives us some other options, but actually I think I really like this one. Yeah, so I'm going to use this template just here, and then I just need to, so firstly I'm going to take that off. I don't want that section there. I am going to resize to 6 by 9, so 12 by 9 inches. That is so that that's now my front and my back cover, basically. I'm then going to just add on all my rulers, guides and margins. This just allows me to see what parts are actually going to be included within the design. So here we go. So this is basically our very, very basic notebook. So I am going to add in an element, add in this, and then in here I'm just going to type in notebook. Let's stretch that out a bit, and then we can play around with the fonts and the sizing and the placing, but literally, so you can do this as quickly as you like, or take as long as you like over it. Really like this writing. I'm aiming this notebook at perhaps a 14, 15-year-old girl, so I think that is pretty good. Yeah. Let's just move that over to here. So that's showing me where my centre line is. So I am going to come over to around about there. That's my centre line here. Yeah, that's about right. So notebook in there. And now I am going to have a look and see if I can find something like fairies. So she's really sweet. So I probably would have added these kind of fairies. However, as I said, we're going to keep it free. So this fairy here is really sweet. Just trying to make her, yep, so now she's lined up underneath there. And then I'm going to get another fairy for my back cover. And that's it. I'm pretty happy with that, and actually look, if you can see, it's quite hard to see, she's actually got a bit of fairy dust coming off of her. So, and then from here, I'm simply going to download, I'm going to save this as a JPEG. There we go, and that's downloading. And then here I'm going to come over to Bookbolt. I'm just going to log in. Again, I will link Bookbolt below as well, so you can click on. You do get a free 3-day trial, and then after that there is a monthly fee. And then once you're in here, I change that to create, and then go to Bookbolt Studio. Oh, so this is my last one that I've done. Let me get project and go new project. Right, so new project, cover and interior. I'm going to call this Fairy Notebook. It's 6 by 9 inches, black and white interior with white paper. You can go for something else if you would like, however it does affect the printing price. And then I'm simply just going to add in 100 words, and I'm going to go for bleed just because it creates a nicer finish, and then create project. Okay, so now I am going to insert my cover over here to files, my uploads. I'm going to upload a file, this one. There we go, and in it comes, and then I just double click that, and now I just need to resize it so it looks good. That's it. Okay, and that's my cover done. So really nice and easy. And now I am going to do my interior. So now this is on my interior, and you can see here, so my paper colour is set to white. I'm going to simply design my first page, so page templates, and it's a young girl, so she could use it as a journal, so I think I might add the top line and then the ruled. But as you can see, there are so many different types of things that you can put in, so you can get really, really creative with this. Reading lists, reminders, measurement trackers. There is just so much on here that you can do. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to pick the journal page. I'm going to go for the wider journal, and then I am going to go select all apart from the cover, and here we go. So now that will apply to all of those. Okay, just moving myself because I can't hit the next button, so there we go. That's here. This is if you want to change the margins and the lines, things like that, but I'm not too worried about that right now, so I'm just going to hit submit, and that is it. So that's done. Okay, so now we've got our cover, we've got our 100 pages, and that's all ready to go. So now I'm going to come over here to project. I'm going to download this project, and this can take a little bit of time because obviously we've got quite a few pages. Okay, so that has now downloaded. So now we can head over to Amazon KDP. I am already signed in. If you haven't created an account, it's really quick and easy to do, and here it will just simply say sign up. You can log in with your existing Amazon account, or you can start a fresh one. However, it wouldn't allow me to start a new one with my existing mobile number. Therefore, I just decided to use my personal one. So here we are going to go into your account, and I'll just show you over here. So go into your account, and then you can go across to Bookshelf. Here you can see the books that I have already put up. So I've done a ruled notebook, still in review. It actually takes about 3 days apparently for your book to go live on Amazon. But yeah, I was really happy with that one. That is something that I would buy. Over here is a children's book that I have written, so you can have a look at that as well. And that's also very simple to do. So we want to create a new book, so we're going to hit create. Going to create a paperback, and then over here I am going to call this Fairyland Notebook, and then I'm going to put online and say journal for girls. Subtitle is optional. This is if you've got a series or an edition. Here I just put in my initials, which is what I'm doing on all of them. If you have any contributors, which I doubt you will if you're doing low content books, but if you were doing something where you were hiring in an illustrator, then you could put their details in there. Now I'm just going to quickly head over to Amazon. And let me just show you this. So going in here, I'm just going to put in 6x9 notebook. Here we go. This is really nice. See, it's very simple. It's just straight away. So I am going to copy that across. That is just the description there. Okay, and then I'm going to come over to KDP Editor. 100, but we haven't got blank pages. 100 lined pages with a small line for the date. Now I'm going to make it a bit better than what we have seen because I don't think they really represented. So I'm going to put Fairyland Notebook, ideal for journaling, journaling and making notes. It's a very handy size to pop in your bag and take with you. Ideal for girls, teenagers who have a beautiful imagination. And that straight away just sounds, you know, so much better. That's that. I own the copyright. And then these here are, no one actually sees these. So this is how people might find your book. So if they search, for example, teenage girl, notebook, journal, fairy, and I'll put land next to it, pink, orange, writer, creative, and that there will basically just show up. So if someone types in gifts for a teenage girl, then that will then come up. Okay, now we need to choose our categories. Now we're going to go non-classified, save that. It is a low content book. Does this book contain any language that's suitable? So no, it doesn't. It actually has no language whatsoever. And now I'm going to hit continue. So this is now saving my book. We are going to publish this without an ISBN. Amazon apparently used to give ISBN numbers to books that were low content, however they don't now. You can create your own one, but I don't think there's any need really. Now we're going to set our publication date, so I will just select that as today. Now here is where I was saying about the different types of paper. So we are just going to go for black and white, interior white paper, and that's going to keep our costs right down. Therefore that will give us the bigger margin. We've gone for 6x9. I have done it with a bleed, and I'm going to stick with a matte cover. I think in a notebook matte tends to look better. However, for the children's book that I've written, I've gone for the glossy paper. Now this is where we need to upload. So I'm just going to go into my files. So upload product manuscript. And now here we've got the interior. So I'm selecting that. Now that's uploading. Now this is where it can take a little bit of time. So that's uploaded, and here you can actually design a cover straight in Amazon if you don't want to use Canva or Bookbolt. However, I did try and use it. It was very, very clunky, very tricky to use. And I don't feel that you get the same kind of pictures and things like that that you do get in Canva. So I'm going to hit upload a cover that you already have. Upload the cover. And here is the Fairyland cover. And it does say here that you must download it in a PDF. Save successful. And before you can hit save and continue, you must launch the previewer. This is just like a final spot check to make sure that you are happy with how your book is looking. And this is the bit that can take some time. When I uploaded the children's book, it took about 15 minutes, so quite a while. And it actually does come up saying, go make yourself a cup of tea, go and have a sandwich. So, you know, be patient, it will get there. Okay, so this looks like it's come in quite quickly. So we're going into our Fairyland notebook. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's good. So you can see it's this dotted line here where it's printing, and then you can click through on the pages. So you can see here we've got the little line for the day, the ruled paper, and that will be it all the way through. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so I'm going to click approve just over here. That's brilliant. And now that I've hit approve, oh, and this here, so this is the printing cost, what it's going to cost Amazon to print. So $2.15 if you're in the US. I'm in the UK, so it's $1, sorry, not $1, £1.70. And you've got your euro costs there as well. So it can be available in all those different countries. So now, bearing that in mind, we're going to hit save and continue. And on the next page is where we're going to do all of our pricing. Now don't worry that you don't need to remember those prices. It's going to tell us just here how much. Now I tend to go off the US dollars. It tells you here what's the minimum price that you can charge. So I'll just show you. If you put in here $3.58, which is what it's saying is the minimum, then we will actually make nothing from that. So I'm going to go in there and put in $4.50 and just see what that comes up with. So that will give me 55 cents, 65p. I would like to just make that a little bit more. I kind of think $3.99 in the UK is about right for a book, so I'm going to go for it, $4.60, just over here. Yeah, £4.01. That's, I'll just put that to $3.99. So you can manually go through and edit those if you would like to. So here you can see this here is what I will make. So this is telling us here that this is an estimate of how much you'll earn for each sale based on the list price royalty rate and deducted print costs. So 61 cents, 69p, 87, I don't know what the euro is. So I'm pretty happy with that anyway. And now we simply hit publish. Now that's going to save it. Amazon will review this. And like I say, that part there can take up to 72 hours. So here we go. Next we'll review your book to make sure it reviews KDP's guidelines for book details, content and quality. If it passes our review, which can take up to 72 hours, it will be available to be purchased on Amazon. If it doesn't pass our review, we will email you. During this review process, it will stay in review on your bookshelf. You can change your book details, content and pricing after the review's done, but you may have to resubmit your book to ensure you meet our guidelines. If you were doing something like a storybook, you can then also convert this into an ebook. Okay, so that's it. Plan is to get on as many kind of low content journal books. I want to create a little bit of a series around the children's books as well. And basically, yeah, just keep going with that. My next step is to get this up and running as a Kindle book so people can buy it for a bit cheaper, and then I believe you get the entire profit from that as well. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. But I am so happy that I've already got 3 books on. As you can see, the first book I put on the 24th, next the 25th, and then today's the 26th. They're so quick and easy to do. There is no reason not to do it. Even if you just get your free day Bookbolt trial, get that done, and before you know it, if you really focus, you could probably get a good sort of 10 journals or diaries out. There's other things that you can do on Bookbolt as well, such as puzzle books, things like that, and they're just as easy as a notebook. So if puzzle books, colouring books are something that you're also interested, then keep watching out my channel, like and subscribe, turn on your notifications, because I am about to create those videos and they will land straight in your inbox.